Alrighty, Cancer. Let's see what you got going on. Celtic Cross for Cancer. If you didn't see the other card before, this is your energy card. I pulled the Moon. I co-create to create. Keep only loving people around you, loving positive people that give you love in return as much as you give them love. First card out for Cancer is Ten of Wands. Feeling overburdened, a lot of responsibilities, overworked, burnt out. Maybe you have a lot of people depending on you, or you have a lot riding on your success or failure, and you feel the weight of that. Ooh, this is what I see. Ace of Wands. This is what crosses you, a new passionate beginning. Maybe whatever this passionate beginning is, could be a relationship, could be a business, could be a new business endeavor, a labor of love, but it's something that you are deeply passionate about, psyched about, but it's quite heavy to go out on this risk. It feels like a risk, and it's the burden of responsibility, and if it succeeds or fails, I feel it is quite heavy on your back, and you have a lot of responsibilities on top of this, trying to get many things off the ground, trying to take care of it day to day, possibly other responsibilities if you got children or pets or a home and a mortgage. The Artist, your foundation, you are creating your own version of heaven, which you would like, your own paradise. And you are manifesting your dreams into desires, and you have a certain goal and a certain way that it should look, and you should, because it's good to give yourself goals, you know, those progress points within a certain amount of time, but you do this by action and insight, and what do they call that? It's I don't know if this was Einstein's theory. It's like, or like genius or invention or discovery. I guess like genius or inventions, it's like 99% like 2 or 3% inspiration, and it's like 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. It's like you gotta work at it, you gotta build it, and you're building it because you have a certain idea of what you want to create, what it would look like. It's something that you dreamed of. It's something that inspires you to put action into it and to build onto it. Look at that. That's really dope. Cancer. Now you're creating your dreams. It's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of, it feels burdening. You have a lot riding on this, but it is a labor of love, and you're doing it because you have a certain vision of what you would like your dream life to be like, and you're trying to build that into existence. In the past, you have justice. I feel like consequences were given for past actions, and justice was decisions and consequences were laid out for decisions that were made. It was just. although you made a decision, you feel either universe came down and set things right with its own version of justice, or you gave yourself justice by pulling yourself away and investing into something that is passion driven, something that makes you feel more alive and you feel like it's your sole purpose. You have a new passionate beginning. That's dope. But it's burdened you. It's something that you feel like out of a dream. And it's something that you dreamed of for a while, and you gave yourself justice by pulling away and actually trying to manifest this within your life. Your goals and your conscious awareness, the best that can be accomplished at present. Your goals, the Queen of Wands, to create, to manifest. You are deeply intuitive. This is someone who can practice the occult or the creative arts, you know, either painter, writer, you know, magician, you know, occultist, or just a business person, someone who's creating something with out of a labor of love, with interest, something that puts fire into them, and that's what drives you, is it's the passion for it. You know, it's like you do what you love and you never work a day in your life, you know, and you want to make that into an existence. You don't want it to be just a dream anymore. And it wasn't just to hold yourself back from it, but you did have all of these responsibilities. But I feel that universe came and set the stage for you and pushed you out into a path more fitting for you. And it gave you an opportunity to go for something that you actually never always wanted as a dream, but never thought you could had the opportunity to go forward towards it. And now you do, a new emotional beginning. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. That's dope. And this is what you have in your future, a new and emotional beginning. How you see yourself, the Lovers. Are you smitten, Cancer? Do you want to reach out to somebody, or did you meet somebody new, possibly, or possibly getting a deeper bond with somebody that you know? Now, how others perceive you, Seven of Wands. Others on the outside of you that perceives you from the outside. What do you look like to them? Seven of Wands, you look like you are standing up for yourself, that you are strong, that resilient, that you can take care of yourself, and you don't seem like you're someone to fool around with. Perhaps you intimidate them a little. Let's see. Hopes and fears and the outcome. Hopes and fears and the outcome. Oh, what? Hopes and fears. Oh. Hopes and fears. Somebody sees you as protecting yourself, that you seem really standoffish and protective. Perhaps you are showing your burden a little more than you used to, or they feel that you are either that they're intimidated of you, or you give off kind of a detached or colder persona, and you do this because you fear that that everybody you meet will be the same as the people who screwed you over in the past last, like I see a huge kind of like progression in your life where you're just having a huge change and you're cutting off a lot of past relationships who've burdened you, a lot of people who held you back. And if you ever deferred to someone else's opinions on what you should do over what you would like, which kept you stuck for a lot more, and it was more for their benefit and the benefit of having you around when they would advise you than it is for your best interest. And perhaps the people that you've trusted in your past has betrayed you many times over, which left you a bit protective and isolated, and perhaps they can see that. Now you see yourself as the lovers. You're interested, you seem smitten, and you seem open, but they see you as someone who is standing up for themselves, who is strong, and I do see like they're a bit intimidated, or maybe they feel like they have to be a little more stronger and courageous to go towards you. I don't know, but you are standoffish, and maybe they feel that within your energy because you have been hurt in the past before, and you're not willing to entertain like the same type of people that you've kind of are moving on from, because these are new beginnings, and the only way you could have new beginnings like this and in this way, I think, is when you're kind of doing a huge overhaul of something that's been wrapped up in the past and is wrapping up in the past. The outcome, what you will gain from this experience, the reward, the quality or tool that will help you achieve a breakthrough is Four of Pentacles, keeping to yourself. Is to not overgive. Perhaps in the past you did overgive and you trusted too easily and you gave too much too quickly, and people have taken advantage of that or taken you for granted in the past, and you would also find yourself depleted. And sometimes you're so loving and nurturing, and you're willing to accept all who come towards you, showing that they're a good enough person, and you're willing to, with open arms, like accept them the way they are without really seeing who they are and what they're really about and what their intentions are. And perhaps you would think a lot more positively about people who you should have thought more clearly, or think more, like you would do your due diligence and be more diligent and observant of the people that you have around you, or the people that you meet and come in contact with. And instead of just being so trusting that people are as good as you are, or, and just being friendly to everybody, maybe it's a need to hold yourself back to some and not leave yourself vulnerable to people who don't have your best interest at heart, especially people that you don't know all that well, and especially the people that you know really well and who have done this to you in the past repeatedly. Because you only have these 10 swords if it's like a repeated situation, and whether this is by the same groups or of energies, or the same energy, or the same energy within a different body, or the same group of people. You know what I mean? And sometimes it's good to kind of look into our tendencies and how we kind of show up within relationships in general. And does that leave people more inclined to be more demanding of us and our time and our needs more than they would of anybody else? And what is it exactly that makes them feel that that's okay? That you're learning how to hold back, holding your fire to yourself. Holding all of your emotions to yourselves. You're willing and accepting to start something new, and in your future I feel there is a new emotional beginning, a new passionate and emotional beginning. Maybe this is more than just a relationship. This is also a new career, a new relationship, new beginnings all around. And you're definitely open towards it. And just be cautiously optimistic. You don't want to shut off every new person or beginning thinking that they're gonna be just like the past person, because that doesn't do you any good. You could also block your blessings that way. But it's important to be observant over the people that come into your space, and to properly vet them and to properly observe them before you're too friendly and you share too much. And because not everybody's your friend. And maybe people have come out of the woodwork here, and you're keeping to yourself a lot more than you used to be open and friendly. But you found that every time that you did this with people that you don't know all that well, you kind of have a certain idea about you and what it actually is, and they expect a lot more from you than what you're actually willing to give. Especially if you gave too much in the past and you're not doing it anymore. This is like a whole new you, what is it you got a whole new brand new pair of shoes, or you know what I mean? Now, Six of Wands. What's below hidden energy? You're seen as victorious. You want to be seen as victorious, and I think you will be seen as victorious. You're keeping something close to heart. Just try not to be too standoffish. You got everything that you need, and you're holding all of your energy and your love and devotion, time rent in your head to yourself now. And this is what's going to be, you will be perceived as victorious because of it, because you are your own independent universe. You feed and nurture your soul within yourself, and people that you are responsible for, and your labor of love, your life path, something that you feel that it's you're drawn to do, that you always wanted to do. And You are guarding it like a precious pearl, like a baby that needs to be protected. And it's something to protect because it will lead to your victory, as long as you don't it's kind of like that middle ground. Yes, you learn discernment. Yes, you learn that not everybody is your friend. And yes, you are protecting and building something that is like so right for you, like your path in life and your direction. And you are protecting it. Just be careful not to block your blessings out, because I feel that there is something coming towards you who wants to reach out to you. I don't know. Maybe there's more for a relationship. What's the advice? What's the advice? Huh. Not for you. What? These are all upright. That's interesting. I mean, I don't even read oracles really in the upside down, but I don't know. I think this is, I'll read them both ways. What? What is going on? This is all upright. This is weird. Now, you are starting off something new. You were definitely betrayed many times over by possibly the same types of energy, and this is why you're so guarded, and you know it, and you're protecting it, and you're protecting yourself and what you're trying to nurture. Now, whoever or whatever, or maybe you're not asking yourself why, or somebody that you're dealing with is not very introspective. There's a lack of introspection. You don't see why that it's not for you. And you lack peace, and it's messy. This is not peaceful, it's messy. Not for you. Interesting. What's this not for you? Not for you. What's this not for you? What? Oh. Now, there's no way. If this was, were you in a prior relationship, Cancer? A prior marriage or relationship, and possibly you're leaving this to start something new, either a new relationship or a new job. I feel like whatever is in the past, you are ready to walk away from it. It's definitely not for you. You don't know why it didn't work out. on the surface level, you wanted to be perceived as happy, but you definitely weren't very happy, and you knew it wasn't for you, and you don't know why you weren't really. You don't know why this kind of turned out the way it did. Justice happened. You're gonna get your happiness, I believe. And perhaps you were dealing with a Queen of Cups, possibly either a mother or a wife or ex-girlfriend or a sister. Whatever the case, I feel like you've had a bad relationship with this Queen of Cups in the past, and you've stepped away from it, and there was something about this situation that didn't sit right with you, and you didn't really know why. This Queen of Cups doesn't know why things turned out the way they did, although you walking away from this Queen of Cups was very just. It was justified, because whatever this Queen of Cups did, it was kind of self-serving. Maybe you knew the situation wasn't for you, and that's you walked away and you gave yourself justice. Although you don't know why it turned out the way that they did, they behaved the way that they did, it fell out the way that they did. Maybe you stayed with the situation a little longer than you should have, because you wanted to be perceived as happy in this situation and to put on a good front, and you cared about how it would look. But I feel that consequences were given for decisions that were made. And it made you realize that, this situation wasn't for you at all, and you weren't really feeling it to begin with anyway. Now, the Queen of Wands, this is either a third party, or this is a sister, mother. This is, or who you are becoming, kind of like, maybe this is you on one aspect, and you progressed into the Queen of Wands, building something new, stepping away for things that don't make you happy, and you gave yourself justice by manifesting this in, but you have a lot of worried and anxiety from it. You fear that it's not going to pan out. It's something that you love and you're passionate about. It feels right for you. But, you feel like you're questioning yourself and, your abilities. But don't, because this new emotional beginning, it's gonna lead to amazing things. It's something that's fated for you. And you've been hurting yourself for a really long time, holding yourself back from this, because this seems like it's been a dream of yours for a really long time. Now, coincidence, divine interventions, strange coincidences, serendipity, You know, those synchronicities kind of things, strange, unexpected outcomes. Yin energy, this is the divine feminine. This is the light aspect. This is allowing, accepting. You know, yang is the giving. So this is a strange meeting. And maybe you met somebody new, divine feminine, by a happy accident, and it's something that you want to work on, or you fear the work that it will take, and it's bringing you a lot of chaos and conflict because it's either a lot of work holding yourself back from it, or you fear the work that it will take, and you fear the conflict that could come about it, and it's like expecting the worst. It's a lot of work. You're trying to be accepting. You feel this is divinely given to you, and you're putting the work in, but don't overdo it. You know, care for you and nurture yourself as well, and allow it to come in. It's like you're trying to force something to happen, but it'll come in time. Just try to make progress every day, but don't try to kill yourself, because, you know, it's giving you a lot of chaos and conflict. It's anxiety and worry about how much work it will be and it will take, and if it'll be worth it. But I feel that it is. It's universe coming in, giving you a leg up. And you were brought here to make a choice to a new life. Don't fear the work, and I know you usually don't. You're all about nurturing things into existence, bringing life into existence, and I feel this is divinely directed in some way, and you were giving too much in the past, and you were overworking and working too hard, and you did this thinking that this is how you love and nurture, but you weren't loving and nurturing yourself. Universe came in and set the stage for you, and they gave you assistance, and that assistance to set you on the right path, and to honestly make a decision to take a chance on yourself and your dreams, and to go towards this new life. And it's fated, and it will lead to your own heaven on earth. And I think these are awesome cards. Definitely put the work in, but don't torture yourself and don't overwork yourself. You have to love and nurture yourself just as much as you love and nurture the people you love, and, you know, like the people you're responsible for. But you want to treat yourself as you treat them, and you don't want to abuse yourself trying to get towards this, because you do have a lot of drive and passion to go towards it. You know, it's just being loving and nurturing to yourself, and knowing when to take rest when needed, because what is meant for you, it will come towards you, and you could already see it. You're already seeing the setting of the stage and how the river is like pushing you and allowing you to flow with this current. You started, you know, it's just important to allow yourself to be pulled with the current and not try to swim against it. But that's what I have for you, a very deep and karmic path for you, but it's something that was predestined and ordained for you, Cancer. And it's something that's going to be beautiful and amazing and finally offer you some nourishment as much as you were giving up to other people. And finally, somebody's going to show up for you and give it to you. And you start this like progression by doing and showing up for yourself as well. But that's what I got for you. Feel free to like, share, subscribe. Donation box below if you feel moved to do so. And if not, I will see you next time. I love you lots and beautiful things for you. Bye.